Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Laurie. Yesterday I was working on a video that you won't see for a while, probably a few weeks, and this page came out of it. Well, I decided I wanted to play with this page today, and I have a couple leftover scraps from the video I was working on yesterday. And this book, it had about a couple hundred pages in it. I tore out probably about 35 pages, and then I glued together pages so it would have a little more substantialness to it, and you can put paint and stuff on it and it should hold it pretty good. And if it falls apart in the middle, I can put tape or something. I think this is a stitched book. I don't think it's glued, so it should hold together better. So this paper inspires me, so I'm gonna find some watercolor, I think, to put down as my background, and this is gonna be a real simple spread. Let me go get the watercolor and then we'll get started. I've barely used these. I think I color swatched, and I think I did a little page in a watercolor book. I've had them for a while though, so they need to be used. And I'm going to use this brush. It's a round. It's a 20. This is what the box looks like. I love the box. I'm going to get the brush really wet and just dip some water in my paint after I figure out which colors I want to use. And then just spread some watercolor all over both sides. I think I'll do this a double spread today. So I think I'm going to use this color down here. It's a beige gray. This mauve taupe, the grayish blue. Not sure. We're going to start with the beige gray though. Looks pretty on the box. Let's see if it'll look good on the page. So I'm just going to start putting down some water on my page and watercolor. This page wet too. And I have just sewed the page first before I came on camera, just to push back the words a little bit. Now I'm gonna try I want it to stay wet a little bit. I kind of want that coral pink. Oh, you know what? Oh, I did the wrong color. I have it upside down. It's like this. This is number 406. That's the one I wanted. Okay, well, that's okay. We'll just go with it. We just put some on anyway. I'm kind of glad it worked out that way because this is a little darker than I wanted. So I'll just put little splatters. I'm going to dry this before I do my next color. Okay, that's drier, but I'm going to go ahead and start putting some more color down. I think I've changed my mind. I want the Potter's pink that I see in here. That looks really pretty. I want some in there. There we go. Okay, now I'm gonna dry this. All right, I want one more color, and I think I want this grayish blue. It looks really pretty in the color swatch. Let's get this activated first. That's pretty. I like that. Okay, I'm gonna do some splotching. Oops, that was a brush drag, not a splotch. This has some more drying to do, but while it's drying, I'm going to cut out these flowers that I want to use on the page. I'm probably only going to use parts of it, but I want my scissors. Where are they? I'm probably not going to use the whole flower, but I don't want to give up something just in case I might need it. So I'm going to cut it out exactly the way the paint fell when I splotched it on. I just put down my brush, and whatever happens, happens. You can change it later. If you're trying to follow along doing things like this and you get stuck on, you know, what to cut, what not to cut, just cut it all. You can always cut away. So there's our first one. Ooh, kind of like it against the background. I'll show you guys in a second. I don't know that I'll use these, but I'm going to cut them out just in case. I might need a little bit of it. I have my pieces cut out. I'll show you my shapes. I really like this on there. I think it just looks cute. This one, I'm probably just going to use part of it. We'll see, you never know what'll happen. These are circles that I might not use. These are the little flowers that were from the project I told you about. A little purple circle. That might look good in one of these. And then this flower and this flower. I really like this one because it had that green up there. And it looks like another little flower coming up behind it. Another wonky looking shape. Could be like an animal running through the forest or something. That's cute. Looks like a tail. Give him little ears. Oh, we might do that. I don't know. And then I left this because I might use it somewhere. But I want to add a little bit more. I want to put green gray down here at the bottom. I thought I might make a little bit of a hill line or something. And just see how I like that. Some of the page did not get gesso, so the paper is soaking it right through, and that's fine. That's fine. I like that. So now I want a little bit of the grayish blue, more of it up top. And I might let it run down the page a little bit. Yeah, I like that. Disappeared from over here though. Okay, I'm gonna let this sit for a little while. I really like the pinks in there. I'm gonna leave that. Looks like a tree. Okay. I like that. So I'm gonna let this dry and see how I feel after it's dry. Eventually we'll get to the flowers. Okay, my page is dry enough. It's not completely dry though. I wanted to tell you also, I started in the middle of the book instead of going from front to back, which tends to make your book warp. And let's just lay out a few flowers and see what we think. I kind of like the colors. I kind of like that. I like this right here, I think. I might put a saying over here and maybe something over here to go with it. Let's see about these. Probably stick one maybe as if it's growing with this flower, like right here. I don't know, we don't need all the flowers on here, do we? I'm gonna decide what text I want here. I want some text of some sort. And then I'll decide how much flower I want to put on this side. I've gone through a few things that I have that have little quotes or sayings, and I've decided on using, this is really old, I've had this a long time. It's a Joanne Craft Essentials inspirational little book packet, and it's vellum, and I like this one. My hopes are not always realized, but I always hope. So I thought I would use that on there. I'm going to put this in an area where I can see the text really well, and I'm going to use fluid matte medium to put it on. Put it right there. I'm going to glue these two flowers on this page with my glue stick. Cut off the bottom, I don't need that. And this one, I want it to overlap a little bit. Okay, might peel that off. I cut it down smaller, I glued it on a piece of deli paper, then I glued the deli paper on here, and it's still drying, so as soon as it's not purple anymore, it should look much better. Next thing, I want to finish putting my flowers on. Maybe a little one in there. Maybe one off to the side here. And this one I want over here. And this one here. I think that's good, except for this one I just am not sure about. Let's see how this is gonna look. That's cute. That's so cute. And then I'll have to draw a stem in for this guy, unless I use something here, a blue stem. Or I could use this. I think I'll use this. I was going to make it a little animal, but I've changed my mind. Put it down lower because it's a little flower. There. The only problem is I have 4 flowers on here. I like to have odd numbers, and 2 over here. That would make 6. We need one more, or I need to take 1 off. I think I'm going to add this little guy in. I trimmed a little bit more away here, and I just put him down here, and he could be part of this little cluster of flowers. All right. Okay, I like that. Okay, my page is pretty dry. Didn't stay as crinkly as I thought it would, so that's good. So I'm just going to play around with some doodling. I'm going to use my pencil, a black and white Posca pen, and probably a gold, just for fun. And I'm going to do a little scribbling like I usually do around the images, but also I think I'll do a little scribbling in the background. So this is just a little visual texture here. I just enjoy this. It's calming to me. And if I don't like a line, I just erase it. And sometimes I will go in and just erase part of my lines anyway, just to give it a little bit of a broken look so that it's not all one line. You know, we can't have one line around here. I think I'll just put a few little words back here. And then we'll do this side. I can't really do it over the vellum. I don't know how the Posca pen's gonna go. We may just have to have a partially doodled flower. Okay, the pages kind of connect now. All right, let's do a little bit of black. I don't want a lot of black on here. I'm gonna do sketchy. I want more white and gold. Even skipping some of the lines. My black is done, so now I'm just going to do some white. White's done. I'm taking a little bit bigger nib, and I'm going to put a few of the words back in, and I don't remember the words I wrote. Some of them I remember, but not all of them. And now, let's do the gold. It's not real visible in a lot of areas, but when you can see it, it's just a little bit of interest there, and I like that. I've got some other Posca pen colors that I'm going to use just to bring a little interest to the center of the flower. I was going to see what some dots in the background looked like. I like it. And maybe a little bit around here. There, they kind of connect there. I like that. I'm working on a shorts video in between drawing time, and I have some yellow paint left on my brush. So I thought I would see, and I'm kind of hesitant, but I thought I would see if I wet my brush real good, let me get some off. If I just put it on my page, would I like it? I think so. Put some down here and let it go the other way. Might be too much. Sometimes you just gotta let a good thing rest, you know? All right, when this dries, it won't be as dark, and I think I'll be happy with it. So the paint's dry. I like it fine, but I think I want to push it back just a little bit. So I'm going to use my Artist Loft white gesso, the one that's really old and thick and rather transparent. And I'm going to go over some of it here and there. You'll still be able to see a little bit of it. I'm not going to cover all of it. Okay, that's all I'm going to do. I just pushed it back a little bit in some areas that were a little darker than my liking. I don't know if you can tell on the camera or not, but now it's better. I'm going to clip my pages open so that they'll dry this way, and then after they're really dry, I'll close the book and put something on it overnight and let it get flatter. But by the time we're done with this book, it won't close all the way. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you're inspired to play. You can do this in a journal. Just put some text in the background instead of using the text that's already in the book. So I hope you have fun with whatever you try, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Bye-bye.